This is my peak pose transition with cueing and modifications that I have for my final practicum assignment. I chose to do crow pose as the peak. So coming in from a personalized Sun B, we're gonna end up in downward facing dog. So when you're in downward facing dog, let me tuck my shirt. So when you reach downward facing dog, we're gonna widen the stance a little bit wider than the hip distance apart. Pedal the feet, whatever you need to feel comfortable in this stance. Relax the head, the shoulders. Planting palms flat on the floor, fingertips are spread, almost like you're trying to make a fist through the floor. Just really find your natural breath here as we kind of deepen into the downward facing dog. Go ahead and inhale, deep bend in the knees, keeping the tailbone lifted high, looking between your palms, and on your exhale, give a nice push and jump to the top of the mat. Feet are gonna be to the sides of your palms. We're gonna be in a low squat. I'm calling this like a lazy malasana. We're not gonna fully go into a crow or malasana yet, but we're gonna prepare to get there. So lazy malasana, maybe you bring your arms up for a little bit more of a challenge, or leave the palms flat, and on your next exhale, go ahead and kick back into a high plank. Push the tailbone to the sky, and go ahead and end up in that wide leg downward facing dog again. Now we're gonna do those jumps 2 or 3 more times, just to get the feel of it. So inhale, deep bend in the knees. Look between your palms. As you exhale, push your feet away from the earth, landing into the sides of your palms. Maybe go a little bit deeper into what would be the malasana squat. Elbows can come to the inner sides of the knees, like push, be down to the front, whatever you're comfortable with. After we do this 2 or 3 times, we're gonna end in this malasana portion again. And so to get into our nice peak pose, I'm gonna back up a little bit. To get into our nice peak pose, we're gonna be in malasana for a couple breaths. And we're gonna put our palms flat on the floor, lift the butt a little bit higher, tucking the knees into the elbows, just like you're in a nice little crouched position. Feet do not have to be flat on the floor, whatever's comfortable to get the legs there. So knees into your armpits, hands flat on the floor. Lift up the legs so the booty is reaching to the sky, keeping knees intact with armpits. Slowly lean your weight forward and lifting one leg up just to get a feel of that weight transfer, and maybe the other leg. And we're gonna hold the core tight. We're gonna push the tailbone to the sky. We're still gripping a fist through the earth, or pretending to. We could also be having blocks under our hands for a higher lift. We could also use blocks under our feet for a little help to get up in the air. I also recommend a block in front of the forehead to just help that weight distribution and just feel that movement a little bit more. So definitely blocks will help either under the hands, under the feet, or even to lean the forehead or third eye onto as you are feeling the weight of that. After our peak pose, we'll come back into a light, nice malasana, maybe a little shake of the legs, and then we'll go ahead and hop back into that high plank and pushing the booty up to downward facing dog. And that is my peak transition.